Okay, so my first smartphone was iPhone 3GS, then 4S, then Samsung Galaxy Note 2, then Note 3, then Note 4. And after the Note 4, I went to the phone that I'm using to record this video, which is iPhone 6s Plus. But I fucking hate it. And the next phone is gonna be definitely not an iPhone, and most likely LG V20, which is available for pre-order now and should be actually selling by I think 28th. So first of all, why did I switch from the Note 4 to the phone? Is because the Note 5 dropped all the features that I liked about the Note, namely the removable memory and removable battery. So both were gone for Note 5, and I felt betrayed, and that's why I went back to the iPhone. But the iPhone is a beautiful piece of hardware, and as well as the operating system is also very beautiful and fast, but it's very retarded because everything has to work through iTunes, and there's no way to, like in Android, to just create a folder and drag and drop your files. Instead, you have to use the iTunes to transfer files, and the iTunes will not transfer files unless you tell iTunes what type of file it is, and then you have to select a category for the type of file. So for example, when I go to the swimming pool, I like to bring a whole bunch of videos of different swimmers, and when I'm taking a break from swimming to have my protein, I will watch the videos to compare my technique to theirs. But the problem is there is no such category as swimming technique videos in iTunes. You have to select either a music video or a TV series or something else, which is idiotic. And that's not even all of it. That's like the part that pisses me off the most, but really there's a lot of stupidity in iTunes, so forget it. As well as in the iOS itself, it's also fucking stupid. So definitely next phone is back to Android. But so the Note 7, I've had it pre-ordered, right? And I went to the store. That was already like back a month ago. And when I got to the store, they said that they had my Note right there, but they couldn't give it to me because of the recall, right? So the Samsung. So I originally wanted, like after temporarily switching back from the Note, I wanted to go back to the Note 7, because for the Note 7 they've brought back the feature of the removable micro SD card, which is one of the reasons why I switched from Note to the phone, right? So I was happy to go back, but that was not meant to be, because after they replaced the phones, the replaced phones were also exploding, and now they've discontinued the production of the Note completely, and the AT&T does not sell the Note anymore. Alright, fine. So now, after the Note, the phones that came out were LG V20 and the Pixel. Well, and the iPhone, but the iPhone doesn't matter. Right, so all the analysts are saying, oh, this Pixel is gonna be the new iPhone, everybody's gonna buy it. Well, I don't think so. Right, so like realistically, since I don't want an iPhone and the Note 7, which I wanted, is dead, now the remaining options are the Google Pixel and the LG V20. So why not the Pixel? The reason I'm not gonna get the Pixel is because it's too much like the iPhone, right? It's designed for idiots, like all products from Apple. So the guy who was announcing the Pixel in his presentation, when he was talking about the camera, he said that, oh, it has the XO mark rating ever, and there is no unsightly bump. And then he paused, and he waited for like a bout of applause when he expected applause after the words, and there is no unsightly camera bump. but there was silence. And I laughed my ass off because nobody fucking cares. It's all these idiots who write reviews for the phones. They always complain about the camera bump because they have nothing else to write about because they're fucking idiots, so they have nothing to say. So they always complain that, oh, the camera sticks out, how horrific is that? So the fucking idiots at Google, they got rid of the camera hump, sorry. Right, but at what price? At what price did they get rid of it? They thrown out the optical image stabilization. There's no optical image stabilization on the Pixel. There is on every other high-end phone. In fact, last year, that was the differentiating thing between the iPhone 6s and 6s Plus. So this is the 6s Plus, and one of the main reasons like somebody would get this phone over the 6s is because it had the optical image stabilization, and the regular 6s didn't. Now both have them. Both the 7 and 7 Plus have optical image stabilization, but now the difference is the 7 Plus has dual camera. But the Pixel, it doesn't even have, forget about dual camera, it doesn't even have optical image stabilization. So it's like 2 generations behind iPhone, and it's supposed to have, compete with iPhone at the same price as the iPhone, but lagging in hardware features by 2 years, right? Not good. So it's bullshit, basically. Forget about the Pixel. But of course, people who buy iPhones, they were always content with having features 2, 3, 4, 5 years behind Android. So definitely that's not gonna stop them. They're too fucking stupid to even know what optical image stabilization is, probably. But I think that Pixel is still going to fail. Why is it going to fail? Number one, they say that, oh, this was the first phone designed by Google, but really, it looks exactly like an HTC phone because it's fucking made by HTC. Like the previous phones who were called Nexus were made by HTC, only they were $300. And this phone is almost $1,000. But there's nothing really different from the $300 phones that it replaces. Because, for a $1,000 phone, you fucking expect optical image stabilization. But no, it's not there. But that's not why it's going to fail. Yes, it's the same fucking $300 phone as last year, but now for $1,000. And now instead of saying Nexus, it says G for Google. But that's not why it's gonna fail. The price doesn't matter. Just simply taking a $300 phone and making it $1,000 is not why it's gonna fail. You know why it's gonna fail? Because iSheep are married to the brand. The reason why I'm ditching the iPhone is the reason why they're gonna stay with the iPhone. It's the iTunes. Like you're either with iTunes or you're without iTunes. Like either you prefer to use iTunes or you prefer not to use it. If you prefer not to use it, like me, you're not gonna use anything from Apple. And if you prefer to use it, you will use everything from Apple because it's all tied together. So let's say somebody who is an Apple fanboy or an iSheep. Let's say he has his fucking $2,000 MacBook with iTunes installed in it, and he's used to having this iTunes manage everything for him, like fucking everything, and then like the pictures, videos, absolutely photos, music, everything is managed through iTunes, and then you just plug in your iPhone and it syncs. Right, so if you're in that situation where you're used to having iTunes manage all your shit for you, why would you switch from iPhone to Pixel? You wouldn't, because it's all baked into one system. If you're using a MacBook with iTunes and with iPhone, you're not gonna give up your iPhone because then you're gonna have to manage everything twice, which is the same reason why I have to get rid of this iPhone, because I hate to manage everything twice. You cannot, you're either using a system of folders or iTunes. iTunes works. iTunes tries to abstract the folders so that you don't deal with folders, so that you deal through the iTunes, right? So either you like to deal with iTunes or with folders. If you like to deal with folders like me, you're not gonna use an iPhone or MacBook or anything by Apple. And if you like iTunes and you have that fucking MacBook, then you're not gonna give up your phone. This is why Pixel will fail, because Pixel, the way they designed it, and every tech journalist picked up on this, is that Pixel is designed directly for the Apple customer, because it's fucking looks like a brick, like an iPhone, and it's fucking stupid. So basically, and the way they presented it and the way the website for it is designed, everything is designed, to appeal to the Apple customer. And so this reviewer said, Pixel is the new iPhone. Yes, it is the new iPhone, except nobody will buy it. It will fail. And I told you why. Because you cannot have this fucking fake iPhone without the iTunes. It's one and the same. It's like selling a car without wheels or whatever. It's just fucking, it's not gonna work. Forget it. So, fuck Pixel. People who think that it's gonna succeed are wrong. They're idiots. It's not the new iPhone. It's a wannabe new iPhone, but it's gonna fail. It's designed for idiots, except that it's no good even for idiots, and it's no good for smart people, because smart people want optical image stabilization and idiots want iTunes, and it has neither, so it's gonna fail. So that leaves us with only one option, which is the LG V20. And I didn't want that phone because clearly LG V20, even though it has all of the features that I want in a phone, like literally all of them, except water resistance. Like I wanted removable back, removable memory, removable battery, I wanted the dual camera, I wanted the optical image stabilization, I wanted the hi-fi DAC, right? And I even wanted the second screen that it has. Fucking everything that it has, I wanted, right? And it even has military 810G something drop protection rating, which I also wanted. So it has everything that I wanted. And I wanted to spend, almost $1,000, which it cost. So it's like exactly what I wanted, but I still didn't want the phone itself. You know why? Because LG V20 is a phone designed for smart people, and I didn't want a phone that's designed for smart people. I wanted just, it's like a diagnosis, if you're gonna get this phone, it's like a label saying that you have Asperger's syndrome or that you're autistic or something, It's sort of like, I feel like if the Pixel is the wannabe iPhone, that the LG V20 is the real replacement for the Note 7. Like Note 7 used to be, when I first got the Note 2, like the first Note that I got was the Note 2, and people used to look at me and laugh because it was 5.5 inches when iPhone was 3.5 inches. So it was completely insane. And with the LG V20, it's sort of the same thing. It's much bigger than even Note 7. It's absolutely the biggest phone out there right now. But that's not even why it's for autistic people. It's like it has a DAC with 120 decibels of dynamic range, which is the same as human hearing, right? Which is like way beyond anything on any other phone. It's like when you're buying this product, it's an admission that something is wrong with you. But and that's why I didn't want to buy it. But unfortunately, simply there is no other choice. Sorry.